Logging into BrewPOS requires the user to go to the login screen, put in their user ID and their password. This is a basic table screen layout. We are going to choose table 64. We are going to add 3 beverages to our ticket. We are going to add a burger with truffle fries, which have an additional $2 charge, tomatoes, pickles, and red onions. We'll also add bacon, and we'll tell it that it has to be done medium rare. Now that all the requirements are fulfilled, the ticket is added to the system. We are also going to quickly build a large thin crust pizza. We're going to add basil, roasted garlic, mushrooms, and then we would also like to have double pepperoni. You can see it show up down here, and sausage only on the left-hand side. Lastly, let's order some soup. We are going to get some broccoli cheddar soup. Because this customer has an allergy to onions, we are going to go back into the modifiers. We are going to go to our universal no's, and we are going to tell it no onions on this ticket. Once all of the items are in the system, we hit send, and the ticket is sent. Different printing options are available in the system. Once a user has completed their order, they can touch out to exit the system. When a second user enters the system, they will also pin in. This user is going to generate a to-go order. The to-go order will automatically ask the customer for a name or allow them to choose from customers in a list. We can see the customer's name show up with the to-go arrow on the ticket. We are going to order buffalo wings for this particular customer. We will go ahead and send them off to the kitchen. Then our user will name out. Paula needs to open a tab for a customer at the bar. Paula pins back into the system, exits the table screen, goes ahead, places the beer on the order, touches the ticket, and says she would like to do a pre-auth. Our system will now prompt her to insert a card into the machine. We can see the pre-auth process, and she is prompted to remove the card. She goes ahead and sends the item off to the kitchen. Next, Paula would like to look at the to-go order she brought up earlier. We can see here Ari Sharp is set to go. He's ready to pay his bill and leave. He is going to pay with cash. System will prompt them to either enter the amount of cash or choose a standard denomination. David's customers are ready to pay. David is going to pin in, select his table, choose a ticket. David's customers were unhappy with the broccoli soup. He is going to go ahead and discount that item by 50%. The system prompts him for a reason. David's customers are going to pay with a credit card. They'll pay the entire amount. The system reaches out to the card machine, prompts them to insert their card, processes the transaction, and generates a receipt for the customer to sign and add a tip to. David's customer has left him a tip. David pins back into the system, goes up to his tools, goes to his shifts. Immediately his tips become available. Touches in on his tip line, and he puts in that there's a $5 tip. Tells it to process. He can see on the machine where it processes. X's out, and he is done. Paula's customer from earlier is ready to take a table. Paula pins in, finds her customer, and assigns them a table. They would also like to add several new beers. David's customer has a person leaving the table who would like to make a payment. David pins in, goes to his table, hits payment, and takes a payment for $5 in cash. David's customer would also like to add another beer to the table. Paula's table is ready to pay. Paula pins in, goes to her table. This table has a card pre-authorized on it. She can quickly pay out with the pre-authorized EMV card. Receipts are generated for Paula to take to the table. Paula names out. David's customers are ready to settle their check. David pins in, goes to his table. It's the table that already has a partial payment on it. The customers would like to make a payment for the rest of the ticket. They are going to pay with a check today. Paula is done with her shift for the day. Paula pins in, goes to her shift, looks and remembers she has forgotten to put in a tip. She's going to add her tip. Now all of her tips are processed. She's going to go to her shift. She sees that she has no open tickets. She can see the total of her sales, her gratuities, and her tips, and her shift cash for the day. She can go ahead and complete her shift report. It prompts her, did she run her tips? Yes, she did. The system completes Paula's shift for the day and prompts her if she would like to clock out. Paula names out, and she has finished her shift for the day. David is the last manager in the system for the day. David pins it, goes to his tools, his shifts. It automatically shows him his tips. He checks on his shift. He has no open tickets. He's ready to complete his shift report. He's not going to clock out. Now he checks all shifts. He can see that all other shifts in the system have been completed by the green check mark, and there are no open tickets in the system. Once both these criteria are met, the system is ready to close out. Goes to close out. He's prompted to enter his till count. And he's ready to close out. The system prompts him one last time. David agrees to close out. Prompts him, does he want to clock out? Yes, he does. Clocks him out. And it goes through the business of closing out the system. settles the credit card batches, and then finalizes the closeout for the day.